Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Loren Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to break the record. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not going to break the record. 17 times is the record. I couldn't do it. I didn't take a big enough breath. Dang it. Next Friday, I'm going to break the record. Good morning. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm Dr. Loren, and it's cold and chilly here in Chicago this morning. One of our guests is here. He can attest to it. If he's been outside, he's too busy typing all the time. Work. Sorry, Ron. Didn't mean to pick on you. The Chatavise twins are here. Yes, I've dubbed them the Chatavise twins. They are here today. We're going to get into that. Rob and Ron are squared. That could also be another nickname. I really am feeling the Chatavise twins. We're going to vote before the day's over. Y'all need to get up in here if we're going to break the record for Friday. Last Friday's number, I had it here. 1912. 1912. Can we break that record today? I say we can. Starts with 1, and it goes from there. Listen, the reason we're here is to pour into each other, to celebrate and uplift each other, but most importantly, to try to ease some kind of suffering somewhere in the world. Can I get an amen? Right? I'll kick it off. I'm not ashamed. I ain't scared. Right. So there it is. We're going to ease some suffering in the world. Do I have any announcements? I've been, I don't know. I wasn't in my head at all. I don't know about y'all, about the election thing. Oh, well, it is what it is, right? I'm just glad we live in a country where, you know what I'm saying. So I can just say this. Good morning and make it the best day ever. There you go. Welcome to the show, my sidekick. She's my version of Ed McMahon. She's been here all 8 years, almost 9 years. Can you believe it? Lucy, say good morning. Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo's in the house. Now there's a coffee that actually tastes like its name. I just don't recognize the taste, so I don't know the name. Oh, well, but it's good. I'll tell you that. And the bell of purpose is here. I ring it all throughout the broadcast. Those of you who are here every day know this. It is not a gimmick. It's not a prop. I like to refer to it as a reminder, an opportunity, if you will, because the truth, just like that bell, you guessed it, it has a ring to it. So when Dr. Loren rings that bell, it means come running, tune in, lean in, and take some of this goodness with you. Won't you please change the world one truth at a time? Okay, so now listen, a lot of us, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work in corporate, wherever, especially when you're doing the thing you're made for, not just those things that you're paid for. Think about that one for a moment. Sometimes the way of doing business, systems, it took me a long time to realize I didn't run shit. I don't run my business. Systems run my business, and I run the systems, or supposed to be anyway. Anyway, one of the ones that is the most, think about it, the most important of all is how we communicate with people. B2B, soul to soul, knee to knee. B2B or knee to knee. I like that. Try get my, what is it? Copyright, trademark, patent. Get all of them on the phone. B2B, knee to knee. That's how you want it. So anyway, we got, and you know what? I'm going to start it off. I'm going to send this out to someone right now. See, you got to lead by example. And I want to break that record. So I'm getting ready to send a little thing out real quick. Hold on. Won't take but a second. Who am I sending it to, though? Because if they don't show up, then I'm going to be pissed off. Then we'll probably cuss them out. Well, don't send it to anybody in the family. I already know that. Don't take much. Okay, there. I sent it out. Listen, Chatavise, an SMS, a text messaging service that I had been watching. A lot of my friends and colleagues utilize this very company, Chatavise. I just didn't feel that I was ready. I didn't know, well, what am I supposed to do with it? I don't text nobody. Right. But Dr. Loren's been working on his webinar for about a year, and it's coming up, and it just came pouring through me one day that this was the way to go. And when the time came, I knew exactly where to reach for the people to get me there. And here they come down the hallway. Rob Q and Ron M, also known as, let's say it together, the Chatavise twins. Well, good. Dang. Grin much? I'm just kidding. How are you two?
Hey, good morning, Dr. Loren. Thanks again for having us.
Good morning.
Is that your real voice? I'm going to talk like you the rest of the show. I'm good. How you doing, Rob? No, for real, Rob. How you doing this morning? Everything good? How's everything down there? You're in Florida, right? Where you at, Rob?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
You're in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. and now for Rob. Ron. How you doing, Ron?
I'm doing amazing.
See, I can Rob. Okay, Rob's the shy one. You all already know this of the twins. Ron puts his first name, last name, phone number. If you flip that little strip over, you'll see his dental records, baptismal certificate, and his Aunt Ruby's phone number. Now, Rob, on the other hand, is a little bit more reserved, as you see. I'm surprised. I was hoping that you would put all three letters, because last time I saw you on the show, you only put R. You didn't put the O or the B. I'm kidding. So it's good to see you both here. I like to, you see, I didn't read a bio or anything like that. I like to dip out and let the guests just say hello to the audience on their own terms. In other words, create a vibe, pour from your heart. What'd you wake up with on your spirit today about why you're so anxious to get to work today? I know you guys do, especially, well, not to say nothing bad about you, Rob, but Ron be getting up sometimes earlier than me, than 4. I already know. I see you. I'm going to leave you guys, tell everybody why you're here, why you do what you do, and I'll come back in about the 1 minute mark and we'll get started. Sound good?
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
Awesome.
Okay. I'll be.
All right. Hello, everybody. So, one of the reasons why Rob and I are so excited to be here is because we feel like we really put in, like the work, the reps. The amount of like updates and changes that came to the application for business owners of all kinds. I'm talking about public speakers, authors. Any kind of business you could think of. You own a marina, if you are literally like a consultant. Anything and everything. Rob and I have seen it. Even just like yesterday, we're working on signing up a metal foundry company. That was one that threw me a curve. I bet you never signed up a business like mine, right? I was like, oh, hang on, you're right. I don't even know what a foundry is, But Rob and I, we love the small business space. We have deep roots in working with blue collar companies in the home service space, and we've really made that change over the last like year and a half into serving all kinds of businesses. We realized these are businesses that never would have been talked to about how to leverage texting in a way that adds value to their business, and not just something you sign up and walk away with. So we have tons of passion around meeting people, and that's the reason why we'll eventually, when the time's right, share our calendars and even just have that conversation with us. And the other thing I wanted to share too is, from Dr. Loren's last podcast that I was on, maybe at this point, Dr. Loren, how long has it been since the last podcast? Like 8 months, 10 months ago? We had a couple.
You're so lucky, Ron. I was going, I should have had it. I was going to have the wrap up music ready.
Yeah.
On the award shows. Dun, 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 dun. Right. That's why I blew Rob up.
I was like, uh-oh. Am I the only one left in here? What's going on? I can still hear Ron.
And
Right?
that's the only way to get you to talk, Rob, is put you on the spot.
I'm about to get him. But one of the people that stuck out from your community, Dr. Loren, was Patricia, out down in Alabama, out of all the places. She reached out to us and started.
Patricia Milan?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she watched the show, and it was a long time after. And
right.
She stuck with her, and she goes, what was the name of that company?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did she end up working with you guys?
So she's been an amazing referral source. I'm talking about businesses all over the place. It's been awesome, and when we saw that come through, we're like, wait, I normally know who's coming in. We're in that stage where we know all 2,200 of our users per se, right? But we're at that stage where we're like, wait, who's that? We don't know who that is that just came through our pipeline and wanted to book a meeting with us. And when we got on the call, that was one of the first things I asked. And when she said that she had seen us on the podcast, I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So
speaking of amazing, what about that amazing affiliate referral program I heard about?
Oh yeah, we got some beautiful things in the works with the ambassador.
In the works.
Oh yeah.
Is it retroactive?
Oh, definitely.
Careful how you answer.
Definitely for Dr. Loren, for you, of course.
Oh, get ready. We're going to Paris. Right. I'm really excited that you guys are here, though. Seriously. And in the eating my vegetarian sausage. Oh yeah, I eat breakfast. Oh, also in the bowl today, because y'all like to know. Oh, you scared me. 993 are here. Come on, keep going. Let's break the record. Please, 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 pretty please.
Oh, wow. What's the record?
1912.
Wow. 1912.
All right.
1912. We can do it. We're at 1114. We can do it. They always do. They always do. So I'm eating Golden Grahams today with banana, by the way, y'all. So I was saying in the intro, because I'm not a techie kind of person, and anything to do with numbers and codes and instructions and graphs and charts, I'm the person. I can't even set foot in IKEA. Because I already know you buy something in there, you need an entire team of engineers to put that shit together. Right. So, and I'm always like, when I finish putting something together, why they give me 40 extra screws? I just don't understand it until 2 weeks later when the shit fall down in 100 pieces. Because I didn't use all the screws. I don't follow the plans, is what I'm getting at. Those schematics, it's all across the A, B, C, D. No. And it's like that for me in my business, believe it or not. And I think it's that way for a lot of people when we don't think we understand. But that's where people like you come in. So I came to you guys because the webinar series that I'm putting together, and my long term is to go evergreen. But then I also wanted a way to get, if I wanted to send just say a happy quote or a one-liner to motivate the people that I care about, how could I get that to them without it being all intrusive and that sort of thing? So I thought of you guys. And what I have found so far is so interesting is that I had no idea that you do a lot of tailoring to the need of the particular company. So first of all, let's go back to the beginning. 1269. Let's keep going. 1269. We need 1912. We really need 1913, but let's go for it. So anyway, talk about how you guys came together, because your founder and co-founder, Rob Q, the quiet one of the twins. So Rob Q, you had the original seed idea, right?
Yes.
Talk about that. What pain or what problem were you thinking to solve or alleviate with this business, and has it worked?
Everything kind of started back around late 2017, early 2018. My day job, I'm an accountant. I'm an accountant. So, spice a software developer with accountant. That equals a three letter name on the show. So, so we were looking for. I'm an accountant for Stanley Steamer. My family owns a few different franchises, and I do accounting for maybe 5 or 6 different franchises. Back in 2018. All of us were looking for a solution to try to help us get more reviews. We had a lot of happy customers, but for the life of us, we could not get more Google reviews. What we were watching, which kind of made us, begin to think like, oh, we need more Google reviews. A lot of our competitors, though many were smaller, maybe less brand recognition than Stanley Steamer, which kind of became like a home, a name that you'd say at home in the 90s and the mid 2000s. We were starting to see a lot of companies that were smaller in brand than us surpass us, not just by a little bit, but by a lot. I'm talking, we had maybe 60 reviews in the Stanley Steamer Atlanta franchise, which is one of the largest is the largest franchise.
Oh,
in the
so
US.
that wasn't so good.
No, definitely not, especially for all the customers we make happy. So we kind of began thinking back then was, okay, how can we get more Google reviews? So what we started doing was we had a lot of different strategies. My sister actually was the person that would call back every single customer to see how the job went, because we cared so much about, we care so much about
Aw.
how we're doing with each job to improve and make sure every customer's happy. And what she would do if a customer was happy and, we were able to solve their problem, she'd be like, hey, can you go leave us a review on Google? Well, that strategy got us about 15 reviews in 4 months.
Ooh,
So we
nah.
then tried creating a special card that had like a link they could type into their computer. I know QR codes were kind of just budding back then, so it wasn't something that we utilized yet, but we had a card that technicians would hand customers, be like, hey, please leave us a review.
Oh, wow.
Now that we did that for about 6 months in mid 2017, and that got us from the 60 reviews up to about 139 over
Okay.
so
A marginal, but
yes.
still substantial jump.
Yes. And what we then realized, so what kind of made like everything click for us is that company, we kind of watched one of our competitors, service a home, and they ended up receiving text messages. Like they were receiving text messages. And we're like, what? Oh my God. Like there was a text message asking them to leave a review, and they had the link there. And I know like that sounds like right now that sounds like, wait, why wouldn't you have led with that? But like back then it's like that kind of blew our minds. We're like, what, really? It's like, why didn't we think of this? Like,
Right.
So for me as the accountant, I started looking around different companies to see, okay, who can we use? Who does our competitor use? We saw them, and I was very, very impressed with them, but the price tag kind of put my tail
Yeah.
between my legs. And I'm like, wow, really? I was like, okay, let me ask some other franchises, because I then learned that a couple other franchises were utilizing texting at that point for a very small scale, and we then got to see the platforms they were using, and that's when something in me really clicked. When that happened, I saw that the platforms that they were using, they were, very inexpensive, but the quality just was so low. It was so low to where it hit me. I was like, this is weird, but like, I like to, I just started learning how to code back then. I'm like, I wonder if I can make something. I mean, this right, like they're using this, like I could do this. Maybe I could do this. And that's where kind of everything started from that moment. So the idea from just not even the fact that it's
Wow.
Chatavise, because Chatavise had some very humble beginnings, obviously, with me just learning how to code when we first released it. 6 weeks later, we released, the first version for us to use within our system. Within a year from that point, so within 8 to 10 months of using a texting system to get reviews, we texted everyone after the job was done with a review link. What we ended up gaining was we went from the 169 reviews or the 133 reviews to over 800 reviews.
Wow.
In the 8 to 10 months. We have a lot. So what we kind of learned was, well, if you're not asking people to leave you a review, and not just asking them, but because it's always great to ask for feedback, whether it's good or bad, it's always good to
I'm
ask to
too
improve.
sensitive.
But for us, it's, if you're not asking, and if you are asking, but you're not giving your end user a really easy way to leave you a review, you're probably going to be, succumb to the extreme happy that are going to leave you the review, and also the extreme upset, or the customers that are very upset. And there are a lot more customers who, if they're upset, they're going to want to leave negative feedback more so than those really, really happy customers. What we learned was everyone in between, the silent majority who were very happy, but maybe weren't going to, go out on their own to go leave a review. This gave them the easiest way via text message right there in their inbox. No need to be filtered or anything like that. They knew who we were. It's the same phone number. They knew to click, goes to Google. They leave their feedback. Within 2 clicks, it's done. So it was that medium from there transformed everything. And we grew up then within the Stanley Steamer franchises. More and more franchises began to use us. I also had some of my own learnings to become a better person at putting these little software pieces together. we then started, listening to our user bases, like, where's your pain? What are the things that are painful to you? Where else can we save time? Your reviews are great, but what else can we do?
Yeah.
And from there, it just grew little by little by little. A couple years later, of course, that's when Ron enters the picture. After this, I attempted to grow outside of Steamer, and obviously, like I said, someone who has a 3-letter name is probably also not someone who is going to be making, cold calls and going to networking groups and things like
has
that.
a 3-letter name as well.
He does. He
So
he uses it better than I do.
Yeah, add them together.
Exactly.
Right. Let me come down here and move y'all up there. Put the twins next to each other.
I was also gonna add a little caveat with that Stanley Steamer thing. Like now today, they're at over 8,800 reviews. And it told Rob and I that it's the little things that are in place, those low efforts, things that are just always there, they really add up,
Yes,
and the saying that we have in the company is simplicity scales and fancy fails. And that cannot be more true for small business owners that want to do everything under the sun, but then they end up doing nothing, Now,
I do want to say this real quick before we get too far past the Rob moment. Yes, I see it coming in. A lot of you are saying, I thought you said he was the quiet one. We see that he has broken the Cindy Brady spell. And can actually put it out there. And we also saw that Ron was like, what the hell? I'm the upfront guy. Right. Okay, good. We've broken that. That's good. Yeah, it looks good on you. I want to ask Rob one other question before we move back over to the next thing is, when did you get your helicopter pilot's license?
Oh my God. It's so funny. That is, I get asked that so much. That was just me in a helicopter. I was super scared. It was actually about 2 weeks before the idea of Chatavise was
actually, I hadn't even seen. Well, I did see that, but it wasn't what I was referring to. It was your headset.
Oh my God, that.
We're flying over Central Park. If you look down to the right, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I need an upgrade. Like I said, I'm kind of used to hiding behind the scenes, so this is the only thing I got.
Is that like your blankie?
It's my security blanket.
I need to take a picture. Let's go. Okay, who left? We were at 14:05. Now we're at 14:01.
We let Ron talk.
Those four of you,
Dr. Loren, you go ahead. I should probably shut up.
You know what?
So
I think this is your time to shine, Rob.
I don't want to scare people away.
Rob's an early morning person. I'm still like, waking up. So
right. So let me ask you, you didn't know about a foundry, but what would be the most obscure or most surprising / interesting type business out of all the ones that Chatavise works with today that people would most likely never consider a good fit for what you do, yet the proof is in the numbers? It is a great fit. Anything come to mind?
I got two in mind, but I don't know what you think, Rob, from your side of things.
You go ahead, Ron. You go first.
So, Rob,
you guys are sounding more and more like those chipmunks off of the cartoons. Oh no, you go first. You go first. Indubitably. Remember them?
Yes.
I would say this I don't think this is the most interesting one. So when you threw that one in there, it kind of moved them down the list.
All of our clients are interesting too, by the way.
Well, good twin, bad twin. Play them.
Yeah. Well, once I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they're not that interesting. So it's an internet service provider. Like a broadband. Like they provide broadband. Like they use us. I think they're in. Is it Indiana?
They are in. Ooh. You know what? They may actually be in Illinois. They may be in Northern Illinois. I gotta check their address.
Northern Illinois. Yeah. So Indiana, Illinois, and they use us. So I would say that's one that you wouldn't expect per se to use a tech service like ours. They might have like some kind of security kind of texting application on their system, but to actually use something like us is kind of surprising. And then my second one, I think too, is like a marina in Minnesota of all places is using us for customer service and and things like that. So we have tons of applications, but Rob, I'm interested to hear your answer actually on this one.
I'd say one of our partners that we work with, who I feel is very unique in what they do. We work with a consumer investigator company in Atlanta, who what their goal is to ensure that consumers can get access to businesses that they vet to make sure that they're getting the best quality business. It's Trustdale Consumer Investigator. A great, amazing team over there. But they use us as well to help communicate with recipients who end up opting into their service, as far as updates on things that they provide, or new businesses or partners that they welcome, and things like that. And I always found that a very interesting use case for how for the clients that work with us.
Well, let's take a look at a little 3-minute ditty.
Experience is essential. Consumers truly only want a few things: a great job, the right price, and easy communication. However, many businesses are still calling their customers to assure job satisfaction or schedule appointments. Leaving voicemails just doesn't cut it anymore to thrive in today's market. Let's show you just how powerful tech can really be. Just look at the data. Americans send around 26 billion text messages every single day. When asked about it, over 67% of people said they would rather text with a business about appointments and scheduling than by email or phone. This translates into some serious business growth. SMS strategy for business grew 197% from 2015 to 2017 and is expected to grow by 20% annually until 2025. Text messages have a 98% open rate and a 209% higher response rate than a phone call, email, or Facebook messaging. These are efficiencies no business can afford to go without. Efficiencies that Chatavise will allow you to master. Chatavise is a scaled customer communication solution that leverages the power of texting to save you up to 2 hours per day and create long-lasting bonds with your customers. Communicate with your customers the way they prefer with the help of Chatavise's powerful, affordable text messaging and online review platform capabilities. Turn your company's website into a powerful lead generator with our web chat widget. Convert potential buyer questions to book jobs. Gather quick and effective feedback on your products and services with our simple-to-use, even simpler to understand customer satisfaction screening. Mitigate negative customer experience with our apologies and acknowledgments instant feedback templates, including an advanced autoresponder that will reach out to clients as soon as they hit send. By using our sounding board, address any issues before a negative review goes public. This is a screening tool where customers can send feedback directly to your team before sharing their frustration on Google or Facebook. With Chatavise's chats and reviews page, as well as our easy-to-use templates for texting and reviews, your team can now manage all customer touchpoints in one place. No more clogged phone lines, no more missed complaints. One of Chatavise's killer features is the ability to get team members involved through our rewards system. Assign points and payroll bonuses, and decide earning commissions for your best-performing customer service agents, which you can always see ranked on our leaderboard feature.
Look at Rob.
Enhance customer experience through tracking links, powered by our quick live GPS tracking service. Track surveys as well as the performance of your competition. Engage your company's standing on the market. Boost your customer service and skyrocket the effectiveness of your text-based communication now with a 30-day free trial of Chatavise. Or speak to us at chatavise.com to learn more.
Well, so much for a little idea. Ding, ding, ding. Very good. Nicely done. And look at this. Your video did it. As soon as your video started playing, you can't see that. Maybe you can, but we did break the record.
1914.
That's awesome. Wow.
Right.
Congratulations.
Yes. So nicely done, Chatavise commercial, because that's really what did it. So let me ask you, let's take my good friend. Oh, wait, I don't want that. And I don't want you. You can go. Miss Mullian, who called you and has referred people. What was it that she saw, Ron, or that made her reach out to me and say, hey, what was that company? She couldn't remember the name, but something about the experience, the promise of experience, stuck with her. What was it? Did she ever share that with you?
Yes. And it's funny because, when I told Rob, I was like, we need to go after all these businesses that I'm meeting at Chamber of Commerce events and everything, right? But with Patricia, she actually brought us back to our roots with the home service business as the first one because of the conversation that we had from, where we came from. And me and Rob right now just watching that video gave us a little nostalgia because that's a 2-year-old like glimpse of what we used to look like too, where we were very defensive tools, reviews, surveys, things of that nature, where now we wanted to provide people a lot of offense tools, build up their promotional opt-in list, organize all the contacts, how they're meeting people, realtors, insurance agents, solar salespeople can use this, all these kind of things. But with Patricia, it was the roots of where we started, why we started the company, or where we started with the company. So that was nice. But yes, it was a combination of being able to get reviews while building up the promotional text list. Because, if you have a big list and you reach out, you're going to hit their phone and you have control over being able to see who sees that message and who clicks on that link kind of stuff. Where in social media, if you only have a social media strategy, you don't have all the control in the world as far as what the logarithm is going to do as far as your post goes, your video goes. You don't really have control over that, So it's not a either or conversation. It's a and. You should have a social media strategy. You should have an email campaign strategy. Well, texting's always been left to the side, especially if you're a small business. And me and Rob wanted to bring that to the forefront, regardless of your business size.
I want to look more. I'm trying to change my color. Wait. ADHD. I'm just saying. I'm like, they look good. I want to look like them. Okay. Good enough. Close it. There. Okay, close
hey, you're always the best dressed person in the room, by the way. So
Yeah.
Not today. Not today. Thank you for that. So I want to ask this though. Like, what about people like me? Oh, you must shake your hand and go. Because I come to you, I have a hunch I need it, but I don't have any, and I'm a visionary. I do everything and make my decisions, primarily based on what I see for myself for the business. But this, nothing. But I have this knowing. So what is it? How do you guys go about ascertaining? I think this is more you, Rob. How do you see what I need?
Really, when we
Wait,
talk
let
to
me rephrase that.
yes,
Sorry.
yep.
How do you, Rob? How do you see what we need? Gadget. I see you, Gadget. Oh, remember him? Well, Gadget. Okay, sorry, Rob. I'm done. Problem. No, but really, how do you see what I need? Because it was you who said, ooh, I remember when Ron told me, yeah, Rob's working on some special stuff for you. I was like, ooh. But wait, what does that mean? So tell us.
When we're working with someone new, one of the first things we like to do is we kind of like to talk about, what goals do they want to accomplish, within the business and things like that. That kind of gets us a beginning of, okay, one, can they leverage texting? Most of the time, obviously, it's going to be yes, especially as as texting can take on many different forms. But two, we want to establish, what's their workflow look like? How are they currently communicating with clients, prospects, recipients, things like that? What can we do best to help fit their workflow without them having to make drastic changes for them to gain success? So the first things we're thinking of are like, okay, like you are creating a new product, platform, class that you want to sell. We're thinking, how do you want to promote that? How are you going to interact with people? How are you currently interacting with people? How can we help fit our solution inside of it to where you're not having to go completely outside of your comfort zone and change what has worked for you and has built, especially, especially for you, Dr. Loren, someone like your reputation over decades. What can a product like ours do to help within, establish and enhance the workflow that you have in place little by little, as we get to learn working with our clients, and we kind of learn each other in a way. We begin to see, okay, what can we now do to continue enhancing the relationship, adding, whether it's new, pieces of that pipeline within the workflow, adding new things, new behaviors, things like that. Especially as our clients get, more accustomed to working with our platform, they actually begin to have more ideas. Funny enough, that's how 99.9% of our features have even been created, because we start working with someone, they start getting very comfortable with it, and they're like, hey, have you ever thought about this? I want to accomplish this goal. That's usually how it gets started. I want to accomplish this. So
Driven
Ron,
by the need of the client.
yes, and our mind starts, especially, my mind starts really like, I'm like, oh my God, okay, logistics wise, how can this be done? How can this be done? And that's where we begin to really see, how can we best fit our clients to solve. We never want to be married to like a solution. We want to be married to the problem. The solution can change sometimes. Sometimes the solution may not always fit. We want to always be married to, what is the problem we're trying to solve for that client at the current time, and we can be fluent in what the solution can be for that.
And here's an example. Loren, when we were on stage with Martha raffling off the golf club sets and all that kind of stuff, that's when Rob got the idea of like, okay, you know how you can give someone a keyword to text to the number, right? So they text the keyword to the number, it activates a workflow and sends out a message. And we had that.
That's like on that banner right there.
Yeah.
Text name and what a keyword believe to 55555.
Right.
Now, but remind me to tell you the problem I had with the company that I was using way back then, because that's just a prop now. I got a new banner that doesn't say that on it. But go ahead.
And so, you have this keyword that people could text and you're good. But we're like, how can we kind of gamify it, make a sense of urgency, And that's where Rob came up with the idea of, keyword offers, where basically you can go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go, the first 20 people to text this keyword is going to receive this message instead of this one. Everyone else is going to receive the other message. So let's say you want to give someone a better offer, a group of people a better offer if they text it fast. Yeah. Right? Well, I got to be the first 20 to get there. Or let's say online, you're like, hey, you have till October, until end of November, November 30th, to text this keyword, scan this QR code, click on this link, and then you'll get this, deal, this free whatever, 20% off, whatever the case is, better than anyone else that would have did it. And that's an example of us just being in the field. And then the last thing I'll say is this too, is I always ask people this question, even if they're like, okay, I'm interested in using text, and I obviously text people with my phone and stuff like that. I always ask them, do you know how many people you met this year? Very few people can tell me that answer. I would say like half of 1%. And then my list is, I've met 600 people.
Sorry. I just have that kind of memory. Sorry.
I know, right? Yeah. so very few people can tell me how many people they met this year. Very few people could tell me how many events they went to this
411. Year. Sorry, too close to the other number. I'm lying. Okay, sorry.
It's probably like, wait, I think that's 1.5.
So easy.
That's a day.
But you're right. People don't know these things.
Yep.
But they should or they could, or both.
Who you met at each of those events. So I can go back to an event in March or February and go, oh, these are all the people that I met there. And so it helps with no matter what you're selling.
Okay, we're going to get real with this shit now. We getting ready to get real with it, because I'm going to say this. This is the part. First, I want to remind you why I stopped using that before. Because I started, I don't even remember who it was, the company way back. This like, I can tell by my waistline what year it was. I'm thinking that's right around. Was that even in the 20s? I don't know. But anyway, I was skinnier. I would get opt-ins from someone else's event. Someone else had that number or something. Because people be like, well, It was Bruce. I met Bruce at the so-and-so convention, some totally unrelated lane. And I was like, okay, so where am I going? Or, this and the other. So talk about that. Has that improved over the years? Rob, you look like you got something.
Yes, one thing, especially for sure, and with our product, our goal, of course, always is when you have a phone number with us, that is your phone number. It is not shared with any other business. That is yours. Now, sometimes, obviously, probably more so back in the day, especially with the idea of short codes, they were shared. People may even see it today. They may get a text from a short code, and then they may get it a couple months later from a different company that also sends them a text for like a security code or something like that. And it's just sometimes can be the nature of the short codes, where they're often sometimes shared between a lot of different businesses, because short codes are very expensive to have your own short code. Now, the volume on them, of course, is crazy with how much you can send, but sometimes, that's definitely not yours, unless you can buy your own, but it's extremely expensive. When it comes to our solution, like the phone number that we have, it's a long code. It's yours. It is your own business phone number to do with as you wish. It will not be shared with any other business. It is just yours.
Okay, so wait a minute, because on my screen is my new Chatavise something, which I still need to get. I still need to do what you told me to do, Rob. So, yeah, see what I mean? When you said, I said, well, it's not all fitting on the screen. He goes, well, pinch it, and you see it's still hanging off because I am not techie. And soon as he said, I was like, talk to the hand. Talk to the hand, because I can't do it. So,
hey, in all fairness, you were driving on the way to the event. So
that's true. But here's the next piece, though. Okay, so it's on there. And I had another way because I had it in my photos. So the right framing was there. But here's where the problem was. I am so used to my old way of here. Have a business card that I was on my way out the door when I realized I hadn't did the tap thing, but twice. I hadn't done it at all. So I got one kid and one adult to do it. How do you help people unbreak or break out of, I've been doing that forever? Because see, here's the deal. I'm 62. This world that you two are in, that's like, this is nothing. That's because you're indigenous. You were born into this stuff. I almost said shit again. But you know what I'm saying? Whereas people like me, we came from another world. I remember when TV was black and white. I remember when TV would go off at night, where, the phone was the princess, or the big old fancy one that your Aunt Candy had, the one with plastic on her furniture. That royal phone. Right. But I'm saying, look at it today. So here's my point. How do you help OGs, if you will, or people stuck in their routine? How do you get them out? Because that's my biggest fear even now. Loren, you have it. You're paying for it. How do I get to the point where I start using it?
So I would say there's a couple of different things. One is right when you walk away from the event, you're like, man, I only got 2 people. And when you meet with me, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, how many people did you meet over there? And you're like, 50? I'll be like, do you think you're going to know the names of those people that you met even 1 minute after you left the event? Well, how about 3 months? How about 5 months? Well, if your mission is to build relationships with people in the community, being able to connect people, like be a super connector, super networker, and go like, oh, you need to meet this person. Well, then you're already mission driven in that. We just got to find the on-ramp to make it easier for you. So, for example, if you're quote unquote old school, you can make a business card. You design your own business cards. You put the QR code on there. Then when they scan it, for this one in particular, it'll put save Ron's business card on the text message. They hit send. They get a digital copy of this, as well as my calendar, my social medias. And I'm able to see, oh, that phone number just clicked on my bio link. Oh, this phone number just clicked on my calendar and scheduled and got the reminders from my business number, not from some toll-free number that's provided by, a calendar service like Calendly, for example, or Acuity. Yeah. So So that's one, like if you're used to pulling something out of your wallet and handing someone something, the only little shift that you need to do is go like, by the way, if you scan this here, it'll save it on your phone. And people go, oh yeah, I'll do it. And they see it happening, and it's auto. This is gonna be a little techie, but just bear with me. It auto tags them. Oh, they just scanned that at this
Did you
event.
just say it's a little techie?
A little techie, yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Talk to the hand. Bye. So anyway, what was you saying? What were you saying? This way. I warned your ass, but you didn't believe that.
Ron, you get the trigger word, Ron. You can't use that. I can't use it. Chatavise is the most non-technical technical platform.
You can say
right. I know the two people that you met at that event because the tag that was on your keyword already did that heavy work.
That's what I was going to ask next. What am I supposed to do now? It's a week tomorrow. I haven't thought about it till now.
Mm-hmm.
I did not on purpose, but I had not thought about those two people till now. Yep. Or even, I should go and see what it did. The two that I did get. See what I'm saying?
Right.
You knew more about it than I did.
Well, that's because Rob and I are literally like, I don't know how we do it all the time, but we're like, hey, we got to talk to this. We got to talk to this. And we're showing them, hey, look what you did at this event. You just did a workshop. Oh, how many people were in the room? And they'll tell me, I think it was like 30. And I go, you just got 20 people to scan your QR code, text your keyword. You just got their phone number. They got your phone number. They got sent the calendars. Look at the people that booked
how we do it. I just don't know. The Chatavise twins, I don't know how we do it. Yeah, that was a shameless plug. Okay, well, let it slide. No, we won't let it slide because it's on the screen. So what I'm getting at is this. So the person who should use the free, which is in you guys, if you go to the top of your comment section, I've already dropped the link in there for you to get a free demo, right?
Correct. Yep. And it's a one-on-one. Depending the type of business, Rob will also join those calls if it requires that per se. But yeah, I mean, we're here to help and serve, and like I said, we're on a mission to help businesses that are teams of 1 to 5 that otherwise wouldn't have talked to.
See, 1 to 5.
Yeah, 1 to 5 users. But
right.
But at the same time, we have clients that are as big as like the example of Stanley Steamer, right? Where we have the whole network using us except for like a couple locations now at this point, so we can help grow with you as your vision starts to, come to fruition. So, we're here to help and serve regardless of industry. Trust me, every business has some reason to have a texting strategy, and we'll find it, I'm
going to tell you this. It was a no-brainer to me simply because I already know that 85% open rate is true. Because I open very little of the emails, and I wonder all the time, I wonder how much money they're spending to keep sending me this shit that I don't open. And I get so, when I celebrate when they put that thing up there that says, do you want to unsubscribe? I was like, yes, Lord. Yes, thank you. Right. Yeah, bye. Right. But I don't know why people, but they do. They choose and they spend a lot of money on that. But now I'm hoping that this will help me just be able to say, like Telegram. Is it Telegraph or Telegram? That new app. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, Telegram. Yep. Yes.
Telegram. Soon as you're new, someone's new on there, they have there was a turtle on one of my friends yesterday, and he was like in his shell sitting on the middle screen. I touched him, and he woke up and went and waved at him. So what I'm getting at, sometimes through texting, I just want to let the people that I see all the time, and I don't have time to come over to your house or nothing, just to say, hey, I see you. Because I think that's one of the most important things you can ever acknowledge within a relationship. And that is, I see you, or if you're trying to get someone to see an idea or whatever, when they say, oh, I can see that. Because when we see something, we cannot unsee it.
I love that you said that. Like, I see you, right? So one of the habits that I've built now and the system assists me with is, you know what? Let me go back to my events in April. I'll see all the events that I've been to. When I zoom in on, I see all the people that I met at that event. And let's restart a conversation. It's November, like, yeah, let's get a 15-minute, 30-minute check. Like, how's everything going? What's life? Blah, blah, blah. And from that, business comes, regardless of whether it happens in that moment or not. But I have a way of going back and seeing where I met people at, the notes that I put right there, just little things, like, so it's basically a replacer of your iMessage Android texting. If you're a business owner, you're part of we have a couple of non-for-profits using us as well now. So if you're a business owner, non-for-profit, independent business owner with like a network marketing group, any one of these people, you shouldn't be using iMessage or Android texting. There's no business tools behind that, right? And so we're really a replacement of those kind of things now. And then depending on your business, we can, integrate with other systems and stuff like that if it makes sense to. So
because you can print reports and things, right? Like those notes you said, I met this person 6 months ago at the so-and-so gala. So you have 30 people. I can print that list.
So we can definitely print things out. But here's an example. We never had someone say, oh, can I print out notes from these clients here? It's not something that we, currently have an easy way to just, click here and print them out. But if someone's like, no, this is part of my workflow, I want to see the paper for this, it's something that can be done, It's not a white label product. Like
it's
Rob
also, it's very easily accessible too from within the mobile app and web app as well, just to see a nice, vivid, live dashboard of events that are taking place in real time as well. So, you'll be able to filter by dates and see everything from even, just the mobile app itself.
Rob, can you say 3 words for me? I just want to hear you say these 3 words. Can you say I'll be back?
I'll be back.
Okay, we'll work on that. I got a feeling here.
You know what? We were on a call with
Terminator Jr. coming to a theater near you. Go ahead.
We were on a call. Was it yesterday, Rob? I don't even remember these days anymore. We were on a call with the mortgage loan company, and we were on the board. We were on a call with 5 of their loan officers and the CEO. And they have their own, we're setting up their own inboxes with their own phone number so they can do phone calls and texting. Like we have voice services as well too. And the person, the CEO, his name is Keith, with Apex Mortgage, shout out. But he told Rob, here's a movie you gotta watch. And it was one of those movies where it's like the guy had a deep voice and he's really silent. But then it's like, inside of it, there's a cold-blooded killer,
Oh, yes.
I don't know. That's like the jury's still out on that one for me. So.
Yeah, the jury's out on that one for me too. But I love the voice. I'm telling you, you got an extra little career in there if you want it. On the screen, everybody, right now is the main road to learn more about how you can get to that 85% open rate. And trust me, if my non-tech ass can understand enough of, sometimes you just got to understand your own, what got you here, your instincts, your intuition. Doesn't mean you have to have the gifts that these guys have on the screen, but you have to have the gift of understanding how important it is that you serve your family, your clients, the world, to the best of your ability. And sometimes you got to get out there and get out of your own way. And that's why I have chosen to work with Chatavise. So there it is, an opportunity. Take it with you and then do something with it. Don't let it get dusty. Don't let it fall somewhere between the cracks or, in the cushions of your life, so to speak. No junk drawers, okay? No junk drawers. Be a good steward with everything. Anything in conclusion, we're about to move into the new year. What would be, both of you, Jerry Springer moment, what would be your number one reason why people who have a business should consider what we're saying here, moving into the new year? What could be different for them a year from now?
Rob, you want to go first?
Yeah, definitely. If you've been working in your business for a while and you find that you have some new goals for the new year, or you're still trying to obtain goals from this year, you're still trying to obtain goals from 2021.
Hello.
Yeah, all of us, of course, with us included as well. You find that you're in that position and you maybe want to try to add a new bag of utility to your to your repertoire, consider something like texting to add in order to help, gain sales, increase your quality, increase your communication, save hours a month, hours a week as well. And maybe
Okay,
consider us.
hours a week. Imagine what you could do with a bunch of extra hours. Is it even possible? I'm gonna find out. I'll let you know, because I'm lazy by nature. So if there's a way, I'm gonna find it. Ron, take us out.
Yeah. So, one, yes, visit our website, but also you could text Loren to the phone number that you see here on the stream, and you'll receive my, networking call. Like, I'm big on networking. And, I would say if you're going into the new year, one of the things that let's let this be the last year that your contacts are not organized in a way that allows you to, bless your community, allows you to connect people, regardless of industry. If you don't know what door you can open up for someone else, or what door can open up for you. So let's get these contacts that you're meeting in the real world in an organized way that you can easily access. Like, let's do that together. If we can do that for next year, your business will explode.
And I know it will. Listen, I had not all, but I had a combination meeting of my television network show host as well as my coaching clients not so long ago. And everybody's like, man, you sure we're blowing them up? Yeah, you sure? I said, well, for good reason. So there it is. When you know something to be true, ain't nothing left to do but do it. Get it done, right? Get her done. Listen, thank you guys so very much. Ron?
I was going to say on the online, if you go online, you're going to see a price that's on there of $210 a month. Okay. That is not your price when you come meet me from Loren. So please book that call and we'll talk more.
All righty then.
And Dr. Loren, want to thank you again. We really appreciate you having us as guests. We're honored to be here.
Oh, why, thank you for coming. Gotcha. Don't worry, Gadget, I got you. Okay. Thank you both. Seriously, I'm so looking forward to this next year and beyond, working with Chatavise. And I'll let you guys know play by play how it goes. Now listen, speaking of how it goes, get out there. You have a lot of day, a lot of life in front of you. Get out and find one E and one R. It's out there. Take it with you. And when you lay down tonight, you're going to have taken great to greater, bright to brighter, strong to stronger, and my personal favorite, kind to kinder. Now listen, have the best weekend ever, won't you? And I promise, God willing, to meet you Monday morning right over there on the front porch, where together we can have yet another illuminated conversation. Now, as always, don't let my screen door slam on the way out. And remember, Dr. Loren loves you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. Great job. Great job. Thank you for helping us break today's record. 26 was a good year. See you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye.
Thanks again.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind.